All right, morning everyone, and welcome to another episode of Sunday Morning Drive. So today we are here on a really rainy Auckland Sunday morning, and we're at the Coffee and Cars event at Mount Smart Stadium, hosted by Meguiars. And I'm covering a whole bunch of cars that we're going to be seeing today. This event actually happens every month. What's so special about today is that we have the 400Z reveal. So we're going to be taking a look at the 400Z. I'll be showing you the engine and the interior. Hopefully we'll be able to get a full review of that later on this year. And also there's a Fast and Furious event here today as well. So you'll be able to see some of the Fast and Furious cars and some of the movie cars, or cars that look like movie cars anyway. And so hopefully you'll be enjoying that. All right, let's go have a look and have a walk around. Thanks. All right everyone, and here are all the Z cars. The Z Club is here out in force. We've got a 370Z. There's another 370Z, I think that one might be a Nismo version, 350Z, and probably a whole bunch of other cars too. And the star of the show today is the new 400Z, as you can see right there. It's really nice looking. I like the fact that they've crossed over a lot of the design aspects from the older cars, even all the way back to the 260 and the 280 and the 240. They've got design elements from there as well. So we're going to take a quick walk around. Unfortunately, it's a little bit rainy today, so I can't do too much filming. But we're gonna do a bit of a walk around and show you the car, at least from the outside. I might be able to get inside. I'm not sure. We'll have to have a look. All right, let's go. All right, everyone. So having a look at the outside of the car, you can see those big central vents that are really obvious. There's a lot of air that goes right into the engine and the engine bay. So that's a really cool design element. Quite like the new wing mirrors. They've got the indicator light on the side. It looks really sleek, looks really nice. We've got some big steel brakes there with some Nissan calipers. They look pretty similar to Brembo calipers. And we've got some, I think it's 19-inch wheels. Got the nice looking Z badge in its traditional position, and we've got quite a nice sloping roofline as well, so a really good looking coupe. And you can see the tail lights, they look really nice. I really like the rear end of this car, to be honest. I think it looks really similar to the 240 and the 260 from back in the day, so they've been able to pay some homage to those cars. Yeah, so what do you think? What do you think about this car? I think it's around about 400 horsepower, which is quite a lot actually for you know, a Japanese sports car. Sweet, so some of the other design elements, you can see a bit of a ducktail spoiler at the back there, so that helps with downforce. It also looks really great as well. It helps to break up that line right at the end of the car. We've got a big Nissan badge. I think this is quite a new badge because it looks like it's got some white on the inside there. And then we've got the Z badge on the end there as well. So some really cool design elements. And like I said before, the LED rear tail lights, they definitely look really amazing. We've got a twin tip exhaust system down the bottom there. And those look like 100% real exhausts, so that's always a good sign for a sports car, right? All right, so we've got the boot area here. Looks very like the 350 or the 370. There is a big brace bar in the middle there, just like all the other Z cars. But there is quite a large space actually for your items in the boot. It's not a particularly deep boot, but I think it'll be big enough for most people, especially if you're going away or taking it on a bit of a tour. I think there should be plenty of room. What's underneath?
Yeah, but I've got to keep my money while
Oh yeah, it's a Bose subwoofer.
It's a blow-up one. You know, it's
Yeah.
flat.
Inflatable kit, is it?
Yeah, that's a subwoofer. That's for the sound system.
And then that's-
and you just have an inflation system.
That's the inflation system
yeah,
there.
and you get a chemical one as
yeah.
well. Same as the 370Z.
Yeah. All right, guys. Sarah from Nissan here is just going to pop the bonnet for us. Awesome, thank you. Alright, so here is the engine for the new 400Z. It's a 3-litre twin-turbo V6 that produces 400 horsepower, and I had a look online and I couldn't quite figure out exactly how much torque. I think it's 470 Newton meters of torque, which is quite a lot of torque for a sports car. So I think that really adds to the performance and to the 0 to 100 time of this car. I think it's been claimed that it gets to 0 to 100 in under 4 seconds. So that's actually pretty fast. That's faster, or almost as fast as my Lotus Exige, which is really impressive. Alright everyone, so I've been able to get inside the new 400Z, so I can have a look at the interior for you. So we've got quite a nice steering wheel. It's not too thick, it's not too big, but it's actually a little bit bigger than I expected, but it's actually really nice. It's really nice to touch and feel. And we've got some driver buttons on the steering wheel. So we've got volume control, skip, a bit of a scroll thing there as well, and another set of buttons over here. We've got cruise control, we've got call buttons, we've got radar guided cruise control, distance, and then over here we've got the central display, and we've got some really nice gauges. I think that's a really cool touch, actually, having those big gauges. It definitely harks back to the original Z cars and some of the sports cars from earlier on, so I really like that, and they're all analog gauges as well, which is really cool. We've got some central vents over here. Those are nice and large, and then we've got an adjustable vent on the side there as well. We've got some USB charging capability, both USB-C and USB-A, and we've also got the climate controls over here, so that's really amazing that they're normal buttons and dials, so that's a good sign. We've got the gear selector here with the button for park, and then I guess you just move it backwards and forwards to put it into gear and out of gear. We've got the heated seat controls and a boot release. And how do I feel about the seats? The materials are really good in here, mostly leather and Alcantara, so that's quite a good sign. And then we've got quite a large storage area on the side, and also the glove box as well, so that's really cool. Alright, so the gauges up here, you'll be interested to know what they are. So the top gauge on the left is battery voltage, and then the middle gauge is actually turbo speed, so you can actually even see the speed of your turbo, which is quite a new feature, I think. I don't think any other cars do that. And then you've got your traditional turbo boost gauge on the right hand side there. I really like the gauges. They are very, very cool and very visible. And I like how they're positioned centrally, and they're actually physical gauges. So well done, Nissan, that's really cool. Alright everyone, so as well as the Z Club being part of this show, we also have a bit of a Fast and Furious theme going on today as well. So we might see some of the Fast and Furious lookalike cars. We've got a R34 Skyline. We've got Suki's S2000. We've got the Evo from the Too Fast, Too Furious movie. Sweet. And we've got the Supra, of course, from the first Fast and Furious. Looking really nice. And we've got the R34 GTR. Alright, so there's a few other Z cars here as well. So we've got a 300 Z, and I think that must be a 240 Z, the orange one, and a 260 and a 280, I believe. So a whole range of Z cars here today, which is pretty awesome. Out in force to represent the Z Club and have a look at the new 400 Z. So yeah, lots of cool cars. And we've got a nice Honda NSX parked over there as well. Really good looking car, that one. Everyone's favourite sports car from the 90s.